Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hidayat. This time we will review the static routing configuration by performing configuration such as topology. This is topology I am using. This is the router 1, the interface ether 1 using network 192.168.10.0/24 and interface ether 2 using network 192.168.20.0/24 and interface ether 3 using network 192.168.30.0/24 and this is interface ether 4 the connect to router 2 using IP network 10.10.10.0/24 and this is router 2 using network in the interface ether 1 using 172.16.1.0/24 and interface ether 2 using network 172.16.2.0/24 and ether 3 interface ether 3 using network 192.116.3.0/24 and this is topology. We have to create a routing that can connect client on router 1 with client router 2 or vice versa. The start configuration, open the Winbox. This is I am login to router 1. This is I am login with the MAC address. The first configuration, your check interface pin. Type interface pin. This is interface. I am using interface ether 1 using LAN and interface ether 2 using LAN interface. I am using interface ether 4 to the connect in the router 2. This is I am change the command. Type interface edit ether 3 command. This is I am change to LAN and click Ctrl O to save and I'm change ether 4 the command. This is I am using to R2 node. This is click Ctrl O to save and quit. Check interface pin again. Type interface pin. This is interface ether 1 to LAN and interface ether 2 to LAN, interface ether 3 to LAN, and interface ether 4 I am using to connect to router 2. And next create IP address for interface ether 1, ether 2, and ether 3. Type IP address at address. This is I am using IP 192.168.10.1/24 interface ether 1 and IP address at address 192.168.20.1/24 interface ether 2 and IP address at address 192.168.30.1/24 interface ether 3. Check IP address circuit. Type IP address 10. This is your success. Create IP address 192.168.10.1/24 for interface ether 1 and IP 20.1/24 for interface Ether 3, then IP 13.1/24 for interface Ether 3. And next, configuration IP address for interface your connect to router 2. This is I am using interface Ether 4. And create IP address. Type IP address at address. This is I am using IP 10.10.10.1. I'm sorry, 10.10.10.1/24 interface Ether 4. Check IP address for interface Ether 4. Type IP address create. This is your success create IP address 10.10.10.1/24 for interface Ether 4. And next, configuration router 2. Open Winbox again. And this is I am connect to router 2. And click MAC address and connect. This is the screen, the terminal, and check interface you are using in the router 2. Type interface bin. This is I am using interface LAN to Ether 1, LAN to Ether 2, and I'm sorry, this is I am change interface Ether 3 for LAN. Type interface command Ether 3 command LAN. And interface Ether 4 I am change to command to R1 NOR and click enter. Check again interface bin. This is interface Ether 1, Ether 2, and Ether 3 I am using to LAN. And interface Ether 4 I am using to connect to router 1. And next, configuration IP address for interface LAN. That IP address at address. This is I am using IP 172.16.1/1/24 interface Ether 1. And IP address at address 172.168 I'm sorry, 116.2.1/24 interface Ether 2. And the third IP address at address 172.16.3.1/24 interface Ether 3. And check IP address just create. Type IP address create. This is your success create IP address 172.16.1.1/24 for interface Ether 1 and IP 2.1/24 for interface Ether 3, Ether 2, and 3.1/24 for interface Ether 3. And next, configuration IP address for interface Ether 4 to the connect to router 1. Type IP address at address. This is IP address for the connect to router 1 using 10.10.10.2/24 interface Ether 4. This is IP 10.10.10.1. I'm sorry. IP 10.10.10.2/24. This is the same network IP interface Ether 4 in the router 1. This is check IP address bin again. This is your success create IP address 10.10.10.2/24 for interface Ether 4. And next, I want the configuration IP route in the router 2. Configuration IP route using destination and IP interface router 1 to IP router 2 for gateway. That IP route at destination address 192.168.10.0/24 and gateway 10.10.10.2. I'm sorry, using gateway 10.10.10.1. This is IP destination address is the IP interface Ether 1 in the router 1 and gateway using IP interface Ether 4 in the router 1 and click enter. Check again IP route bin. Type IP route bin. This is your success. Create IP route using for destination address 192.168.10.0/24 and using gateway 10.10.10.1. That is, I'm try the ping the IP in the interface Ether 1 in the router 1. Type ping 192.168.10.1. This is router 2, the success connect to IP 10.1 in the router 1. And next, create again IP route for the connect to interface Ether 2 in the router 1. Type IP route at destination address using 192.168.20.0/24 and using gateway 10.10.10.1. Check again IP route bin. This is your success create IP route with the destination address 192.168.20.0/24 and using gateway 10.10.10.1. Using distance is 1. Check connection. Type ping 192.168.20.1. This is your success. This is your success. The connect in the interface Ether 2 in the router 1. And next, add IP route again for interface Ether 3 in the router 1. Type IP route at destination address using IP network in the interface Ether 3 in the router 1. This is using network 192.168.30.0/24 and gateway 10.10.10.1. Check again IP route bin. This is your success IP route retrieve using destination address 192.168.30.0/24 and with the gateway 10.10.10.1. Check connection. Type the ping 192.168.30.1. This is router 2 success the connect interface Ether 3 in the router 1. hit Ctrl C to stop. And next, configuration routing in the router 1. This is I am change back to router 1. Login again with Winbox. And this is I am using login to identity router 1. This is I am login with the MAC address. And check again interface print. This is I am using interface ether 1. And next, configuration IP route in the router 1 to the connect to IP network in the client in the router 2. The configuration step, type IP route at destination address. Destination address, this is an destination IP network in the interface ether 1 in the router 2 using IP 172.16.1.1/24. I'm sorry, this is .1.0/24 and gateway 10.10.10.2 and enter. Check IP route. This is your success at IP route with the IP 172.16.1/24 and gateway 10.10.10.2 and check connection typing 172.16.1.1 and this is the router 1 success connect in the router 2 interface ether 1. And next, create again IP route for destination interface ether 2 in the router 2. Type IP route at destination address 172.16.2.0/24 and gateway 10.10.10.2. Click enter and check IP route. This is your success create IP route 172.16.2.0/24 and gateway 10.10.10.10.2. Test connection type ping 172.16.2.1. Click enter. This is your success connect to interface ether 2 in the router 2. And next, create again IP route destination address interface ether 3 and gateway interface ether 4 in the router 2. Type IP route at destination address using 172.16.3.0/24 and and gateway 10.10.10.2 and click enter. Check again IP route. This is your success at create IP route using destination address 172.16.3.0/24 and using gateway 10.10.10.2. And next, check connection, type the ping 172.16.3.1. This is your success the connect to interface ether 3 in the router 2. And this is configuration IP route static with the 2 router and 3 interface in the router success. And next configuration to my channel. Thank you.